You gotta care about shit. And sometimes it fucking kicks you in the dick and you hate it. I will say, though, if the Giants don't lose their game for the rest of this season or postseason, I think they win the Super Bowl.
Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are probably looking at this going, why did we waste millions of dollars sending something into space when we could have just got Harry Kane to kick the fucking thing?
The Dallas Cowboys can suck my fucking dick because they're not going to win shit this year.
You're listening to the Claret and Big Blue podcast on the Pass the Gravy podcast network.
Damn, Daniel.
And here we go.
And we are live.
We'll do it live!
Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. Let's write football and football balls. For everyone's taste, I am Mike Fish, and I am joined as always by the esteemed gentleman. It's Alex Middleton. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I'm doing better than you. Well, Mikey was he was on edge before we started this pod. Was it your camera wasn't working? Your computer wasn't working? The Twitter wasn't working? You were just flustered. Mikey was flustered. It's usually me.
Yeah, so
today it was not.
I normally use my iPhone as my camera, so I look all HD and beautiful. But the phone would connect to the computer. I could open up FaceTime and it'd show my phone camera and everything. But for whatever reason, StreamYard, I'm calling you out. For some reason, it wouldn't connect to StreamYard. No matter how many times I restarted StreamYard, I closed Chrome and relaunched Chrome. I turned off the computer, turned it back on again. It still wouldn't connect to StreamYard. So I'm using this shitty, cheap thing. So I look orange, apparently.
Yeah.
And then
I don't think you like that orange.
And then my
Did
iPod.
you try putting in rice?
AirPods. What?
Did you try putting in rice?
No, not yet.
Wow.
But my AirPods are connected, so you're coming through to my AirPods, but for some reason you're coming through really quiet like normal. And I've got your max volume.
Yeah,
normally
my volume is regular. This shows on my end.
Yeah, normally I have to like turn you down a little bit. But now I've got you full volume, and if I'm talking, I can't fucking hear what you're saying. So this is going to be a disaster.
Set to Celsius.
There we go. Other than that, and this was all the day after, I went for a nice hour-long full body massage to chill me out. I was zen. About 24 hours ago, I was zen as fuck. And now this is all just blown it out of water. I'm all tense again. Oh.
I got a massage this weekend, and I fell asleep during it, and I hated that. I woke up and was like, "Oh shit!" I fell asleep.
Good sign. You fell asleep, but
like I
miss out on the fun.
Yeah, you don't enjoy it, right? It's like I could fall asleep at home for free. I wonder if they just are like, "I'm not doing anything."
Like as soon as you start snoring, they just like chill out, go through the
Start
looking at
my phone
videos.
Was like down. My phone was somebody had called me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I just remember being like, "Oh, I was definitely asleep right there, wasn't I?" So that was a waste.
How long was it?
It was an hour.
How much it cost? Just I just want to see how much they're extorting us up here in the Northeast.
Like 80. I think I paid 100 for it, something like that.
Well, just you?
Yeah.
Oh. Mine was 100 with me and the wife.
Oh, wow. Dang. Well, I got good stuff then.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including the prices.
They say thanks a lot, Biden.
What's really creepy, right? Not creepy.
Well, including tip. Did you go tipping and shit too? Like,
yeah, tips.
Yeah.
But I tipped it because it's you walk out after. So they do the whole. Once the massage is finished, they creepily go like, Thank you. Like they whisper, like because they want to keep you calm or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
And then they leave.
See you next
and
time.
So I get dressed again.
Yeah.
And as I walk out, they're like creepily like standing there waiting by the check, like so I have to pay, and they're almost like standing there. So you have to like then go and give them the cash tip.
See, I usually have left it like in the room,
in their,
like on
their
the bed, because then I would assume that they had no, like in the room.
Treat yourself. Buy yourself something nice.
Get something special.
No, but so this one, right? So the beginning. So obviously you're laying there in just your underoos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this one, they put the towel over you and do some shit with the towel, and then they pull the towel down to start to put the oil and the massage on the back, right? This one, she kind of like yanks my underwear down a little bit, so I can definitely feel my ass crack. He's like, it's exposed.
Yeah.
Right. And so she's doing the whole feeling. And then she moves onto my legs. And I guess to do that, she then hikes my underwear back up. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. But she hiked it up quite a bit to where like everything in there kind of bunched up, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I could feel it was a tense situation. And like when she was like massaging, like I was like, oh my God. If something pops out, I'm going to be mortified. Please, I don't want to be that guy. Gets thrown out.
I'm sure she's seen it all. Well, I don't think, as long as you're not the one whipping it out, like, I think that like you're good. You know.
But there was a moment, a brief moment where I was kind of like, I think it might. I'm not 100% sure, but then I didn't want to bring attention to it because in case if I say, "Hey, can you see it?" then that sounds aggressive.
It sounds way sketchy. It sounds way sketchy.
There or laid there praying that she couldn't see anything, but
we made it out alive, so that's what matters.
Yeah, when she left the room to get the hot stones, I had a quick feel around there. I was like, no, everything's still good.
We're good.
There won't be police waiting for me when I get outside. That's good. It's always good.
I don't think they want the police there, yeah. They would have just been like, okay, we'll take the money and this will be a weird thing.
Just give us extra tip, and we'll keep it good. Other than that, how else was your week in the last 7 days in the world?
That was about it. That's about it. Just falling asleep on massage tables and working.
Nice. And talking shit.
Talk shit
about my favorite beverage.
Well, I mean, you gotta stand by it. I've also been preparing. I got a 500th episode of a podcast coming up. I'm doing like a whole little get together this weekend, so I've been kind of doing some prep work for that.
Is that this weekend or a weekend and a half? Because I know was it $4.99 tomorrow, right?
$4.99 tomorrow. Then we're gonna do Saturday 500. We're gonna put 500 out on Monday.
Is it all set? All prepped?
I'm prepping both shows right now, so I've got stuff for both right now. But yeah, it'll definitely be prepped by Saturday.
Did you find your help? I'm assuming from you requesting help recording.
I did.
Is Bobby Joke's not going to be there for 500?
No, Bobby will be, but Bobby's got to he's on air on the show. He's also going to be taking pictures.
He's actually going to be sitting at the desk live.
Well, he interacts with us the whole time, but he's also video. He also does video, and he also is taking photos and stuff for us too. So he's going to be having his hands full. I needed somebody who's just in charge of straight up audio, so that was what that request was for. We got a guy. Tyler's going to help us out.
Beautiful. So check that out. We'll get to the plugs later.
We'll get to that.
Big news coming out this week. Obviously, before we dive into West Ham. What I like to say 1-1. Because I'm taking that as a victory.
Sure.
But Giants. Let's talk about Giants real quick. The only real news coming out of that, I guess. We're not still 100% sure who's going to be our offensive and defensive coordinators next year because both of them are pretty far in the, I guess, the I don't know what the fuck is that. Mike Kafka is
Cardinals job,
down to the final 2. That's the last I saw, right?
Right. I think that
is it the Cardinals? Is it the Cardinals?
Yes, the Cardinals was really the only job that's open. So yeah, because you have Reich went to the Panthers. Who did the Colts get? Did the Colts get anybody? Sean Payton went to the Broncos. Texans got D'Amico Ryans. Maybe the Colts have not hired anybody yet. Wink was going to the Colts, so that might be what the discussion is about that. I think that Lou Amorano, Amoramo, the defensive coordinator for the Bengals will probably be the hire at one of those places. But yeah, I don't know. Like it seems odd that you would go from Cliff Kingsbury that didn't really know a lot to like Mike Kafka, who hasn't had like a head coaching experience. I'm not knocking Mike Kafka at all, unless anybody from like the Cardinals organization is listening to this. And absolutely, he's a terrible coach. Definitely like you don't want that guy. You don't want that guy
anywhere in the organization.
Definitely even with the Giants. But I think that like it seemed like Arizona, like you're kind of floundering if you're just gonna go get another random guy. And maybe he fixed the offense, so like you're gonna give him for that. But I think Dable was a part of that. I think Kafka had a lot to do with that. But I think that like the Cardinals should get somebody that's gonna be just like better to work with Kyler Murray. He's basically the Kyrie Irving of the NFL anyways. But I think that like the defensive guy from I think it was Amorano, whatever his name is, will probably be there unless the Colts get him. And then I don't know. Like it's interesting that Kafka is this far along.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to be angry at someone trying to progress their career, but I like Wink's the guy who, no offense to the guy, he's not getting any younger, so I could appreciate why he would be like, fuck it, I'll just take a head coaching job if one's offered to me, which I think he's one of the finalists of the Colts, like you're saying. But Kafka, he's still a spring chicken. Why not? I think I mentioned it like a week or two ago, where it's like, why not get a couple of more good years under your belt and see if you can climb the totem pole to like get a better job than the Cardinals.
I mean, you get the appeal of the Cardinals, but I guess DeAndre is probably going to get traded. So maybe that was what the talk was about that. But you have Kyler Murray, so you have a dynamic quarterback, which I think is a fraud ass bitch. But you have, like you can look at it as well. We have a dynamic quarterback in the Cardinals, so at least if you go there, you've got something to build with. The Colts, it's more of like a starting fresh, like who are we going to draft? We got to bring somebody in kind of situation. But I think that's the draw to Arizona. So if he's like, well, I can fix Kyler, we're good. But I don't know. I like just stay with Danny. Just stay with us. We're good, dude. Shane Tierney will probably be the offensive coordinator if we do lose Kafka, and he's been the quarterback's coach and he's been Dable's guy for a while. So I think he'll probably be the guy that's moved up. He was kind of rumored to be maybe the Bucs offensive coordinator, like the next guy in line after Byron Leftwich got fired. So they were thinking they might bring him over, but I don't think they have yet. So that's the weird part about like the offseason, because it's like the season's over for a lot of teams, for most teams, but like you still have like, Eric Bieniemy at the Chiefs, like the offensive coordinator. Could he be interviewing for gigs? He may be getting an interview with the Cardinals after the season's over. But that's got to happen after Sunday. So like officially after Sunday is when like you see moves being made that haven't already been made with like the Texans and Broncos and shit like that. Like you always kind of see the dominoes fall, and then there's some teams that just kind of wait.
Yeah. But
I think last year it was the Giants and the Dolphins kind of made the dominoes fall, because Brian Dable was pretty much one of the first hires right off the bat. And then it was like Nathaniel Hackett kind of got hired after that. And then Mike, damn it, what's his name? Mike McDaniel, the coach of the Dolphins. He was like a hot commodity. And they're like, well, he just landed in Miami. So there's kind of like the dominoes start to fall. Somebody goes somewhere else. That was kind of what happened with us with Joe Judge. Like the Panthers were just like, we're not letting Matt Rule out of the room. The Giants really wanted Matt Rule, which now looking back at that, like how bad would that have been? But then we were like, well, fuck it. We'll just go Joe Judge. This Joe Judge guy seems nice. And like that was just who it was. Because remember, we were like, well, Matt Rule's not going to be good. Like, well, Giants are hiring special teams coach Joe Judge from the Patriots. I was like, that I've never heard that man's name before.
And I know of Aaron Judge. I don't know if they're related.
Yeah, no, they're not. But we're gonna look back on those Joe Judge years and be like, what the fuck was that?
I still judged the man for like when he got fired. I guess he had a party and he got a Drizzly delivery of Bud Light. Like, come on, man. Have higher standards for yourself.
Let him enjoy whatever he wants to enjoy.
Yeah, hopefully both Wink and Kafka stay, but like I say, I have trust.
Wink's the biggest hurt. Coach. I think we could be okay with Tierney as offensive coordinator. I don't know what we do defensively. I trust in Dable, so like just Dable being an offensive guy, you want a stronger defensive guy.
I'm sure he'll pick in someone. He'll bring in someone just as good, part of the family, as Vin Diesel loves to say.
As Vinny D says.
By the way, I finally fixed the AirPod situation at least, so I can hear you now, which is nice. Rather than having to do that awkward thing where I'm just nodding. Yeah,
I hear words that you're saying. Yeah.
But everything else, that's
about as much Giants as we should talk about. I'd be like I don't know, like there's a lot of shows that are doing draft coverage and like who are we gonna hypothetically get, and like I'm cool with us doing some like draft talk in a little bit. Just a fucking season in, man. I feel like we beat a dead horse, and there's nothing against the people that do draft coverage because there's people that are just better at draft coverage than us. I am not going to watch film on the Rutgers defensive tackle. You know, I'm not going to watch film and then get back to you and be like, I think this guy would be good.
Anyway.
I mean, I respect the fuck out of people that do that. My buddy Lance Zerline, like fucking NFL Network, he's on all the time, but he's a fucking absolute just.
Well, I mean, if it's your job,
right? But he gets like a car battery sized like hard drive sent to him with just everybody's tape from that season, like college football tape, and just fucking has to go through and like make profiles for all these guys because then when he gets asked about in the 6th round, hey, this guy from Northern Illinois, their safety. What do you think about him? Well, I think he's going to fit with the Packers in a limited role. He's probably going to start as a nickel or dime safety, and then they're gonna work him in there, and they're gonna try and develop him. He's a developmental player. Like he's gonna have to work on like that shit. So like that's insane to me. Just we gotta go whatever best available player is at the position that we are drafting, whether it be linebacker, cornerback, defensive tackle, defensive line at all, offensive line.
Why would we pick a quarterback,
Alex? Corner.
I'll let you off there. I'll let you off.
Cornerback. We are gonna keep Danny. Team Danny.
The tension just started rising.
You know me. I'm a Dan stan.
I'm gonna say
I'm a Dan stan. He's our guy. Yeah,
I don't mind talking. I think it's wise. It's good content, I guess. If people want to talk about, hey, these couple of players have got my eye on. They look good. But again, we say every year, I don't see the point in mock drafts. So I guess they're fun to do if you want, but especially if you get to like number 16, but then someone goes at number 2 that you didn't expect, this fucks your whole thing up.
Yeah, like one trade
picks.
Ruins
like,
it.
What's the point?
I do look like, if you don't think every single day I look at Giants mock drafts and I'm just like, do they update one? Like if there's an updated mock draft, I'm always going to scroll to where the Giants are picking and I'm like, okay, wide receiver. Okay, I'll take him. And it's like I've looked at like YouTube highlights of like the players that I see in the mock draft kind of thing. Like Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal were very like popular picks in mock drafts. I think before the draft last year, I looked at it like a bunch of mock drafts, and these were all of the people that I saw picked the Giants. I guarantee you one of these 19 players will be taken, and I was right on both. So, but the Giants were also picking very early. I like not picking that early, but it also means we had to wait. So I'm not as interested in watching the draft. I'll like monitor it, but I'm not as interested in watching the draft. So we'll get draft coverage before the draft, and until then, like I don't think we need to break down the Senior Bowl.
But I remember you did that last year, where the week before the draft, you worked out.
I grind it out when I need to, and I will.
On average, this is what everyone's going with. I just pulled up ESPN. Matt Miller's draft from yesterday. He's going rogue. He's already saying round 1, Colts are going to swap with Chicago for the number 1 pick to get a quarterback.
So if that doesn't happen, draft is mock draft fucked.
His whole thing is ruined.
Cool.
And then where are we? Where are we? 20 what? 20
26?
25 apparently.
25.
He's got us going for Jalen Hyatt, wide receiver from Tennessee.
So he's got a lot of upside. He's more of a big playmaker. I was reading somebody's breakdown of him today. And then I like the guy. I like the receiver at TCU. He seemed pretty good. Don't know his name, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that around April. You got a while.
Hey, Alex. Oh, in the live chat. What I miss? Can we agree that the only best thing about Philadelphia is it's always sunny in Philadelphia?
Fair.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Speaking
that.
of Philadelphia, shall we switch topics slightly to something that's coming up this Sunday? And for trademark reasons, we like to call it the big game.
I don't think you have to call it that unless you're doing a commercial or something.
Yeah.
All right, we'll call it the big game.
I spent like 30 seconds doing that. I'm gonna make the most of it.
No, I get you. It was a good soundbite.
So the big game, Super Bowl. Oh, it's 2 16-3 teams. Philadelphia Eagles take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think we can all agree that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to take this one.
I hope so, man. That's obviously who this podcast is rooting for.
The only thing that scares me a little bit is because
the
in a
Eagles are
weird
really
way,
good.
even though the Eagles are very good, but we haven't really seen them tested. And I know that sounds like a cliche thing to say. I'm sure many talking heads have said it throughout the last couple of weeks, but even into the postseason, we didn't put up much of a fight, let's be honest. And then they played against a team that had a running back as their quarterback.
True.
So my money would be on Kansas City Chiefs, but you never know. You just never know. How good are the Eagles? It's strange just for me to say. We've got to the Super Bowl, and there is a team there where I don't know if that team's really good or not. They're good against the shitty teams they played.
I mean, they benefit from having a fairly easy schedule, but they dominate. They're like one of the most sacked. They had the most sacked by a team in a long ass time. They have the best offensive line, best defensive line in the league, probably the best secondary in the league, probably an MVP candidate quarterback. If it's not Patrick Mahomes, I hope it's Patrick Mahomes and not Hurts. They're pretty stacked. So there's so many things they can do. We don't know about Mahomes' health. We don't know about the receivers' health for the Chiefs, but I don't know. I feel like it could be a blowout Phillies way. I hope it's not. I'm probably gonna bet on the Eagles to win just because I think they will, and then I hope they prove me wrong because I don't know. Pat Mahomes seems like he's fucking on a mission. It just seems like the Eagles that were built for this season. Because they have stuff that they have to deal with after this season, and I think I think Jason Kelsey retires after this if they win. There's all kinds of stuff dominoes that are gonna fall into place after this game if the Eagles win. But I would love to see Patrick Mahomes get another one, and then just join the Eli Manning club, the 2-time Super Bowl winning club. But yeah, the Eagles just are pretty good.
Did you see someone leaked the script for the Super Bowl? Did you see that?
Oh, I did see that.
Fuck me. Some people are so stupid. Even if it was scripted, would you trust those players to be able to keep to a script? To get
No,
exact
we would have heard.
Come
Like, that was a
on.
bit. Arian Foster was joking. It was just conveniently edited, but people ran with that story without doing any like fact checking or anything, which was pretty great.
But yeah, spoiler alert: the Eagles are winning 37-34. Sorry, it's a script, man. It's rigged, man. You know, open your eyes.
How can you be so blind?
I wonder what kind of play, like some of if it was, imagine that, like opening your script and be like, yeah, you suck this year, and you're gonna get
you just wouldn't play. Right,
you're just get beaten to shit.
Right, it wouldn't make sense.
But do you think, being serious, someone put a Chiefs jersey on the Rocky statue? I saw it. Well, they got a red T-shirt and just wrote "Let's go Chiefs" on it. They didn't. They couldn't be bothered to actually make it look like a Chiefs jersey.
They just want to spend the money on it. But also, the teams that do that, like they show that, and they show the score, and it's like they've lost to the playoffs every single time they've done that. So, maybe not the best luck to do that, but it's also a Rocky statue, and he's a fake person, so who cares?
Adrian, but she's
Adrian
dead.
Cares.
Bless her.
He's
Rest
also not a real person too.
R.I.P. She was a saint. And then his son, that dick from Heroes. What was his name? He was also in This Is Us, whoever that show was. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but it's a picture. Peter Petrelli. Do you remember Heroes? Did you ever watch that show?
Mm-mm.
No, it's a good show.
No,
you always strike me as a superhero kind of guy. You love superhero shit.
you know me. No, I'm not though at all.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently, so I saw this. A lot of people putting bets on 37-34 Chiefs, like morons.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna happen. So hopefully,
I mean, I wouldn't mind it because that sounds like a good game.
But I don't want the Eagles to win. So
no, wouldn't that be hilarious if it was 37-34, but the other way around?
This is reversed. Yeah, maybe that's what we should bet.
The guy who released the script got it slightly wrong.
Just off a little bit. That's all that matters, though.
Hate to see it. You'd hate to see it. Big Fino, do you reckon Paddy's going to be fit? You reckon he's going to be healthy?
I think he will not be 100%, but he'll definitely play.
To be fair, after watching him in his last game, I don't think it matters either.
Probably not.
Mahomes is going to Mahomes. If that doesn't make sense.
But yeah, he'll do something more like, that was sick. He always does that.
And we'll be back. Oh, talking about programming note before we get to the joke of the week and then talk some West Ham. Next week, it's the same shit, different day. We're going to be live on Monday, February 13th. You know, just because we appreciate women, so we're taking Valentine's Day off. Well, I know you're doing something else, right? You're working. Who made you work on Valentine's Day?
The morning show.
Valentine's night.
So we do a Valentine's Day thing.
What other show?
The morning show. I'm on. The Ryan show.
So you're working in the evening?
Morning and evening, yeah. It's called the Mile of Meat. Get single guys together with single gals. We make love happen. That's what we do. Bring people together.
So it's a speed dating event. Yeah.
But you have to meet them in the morning while they're on the side of the road. The guys are.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. Don't worry about it. I have a
so they meet
out of the side of the road. The guys wear numbers on their shirts. The girls drive by. If they like the guy, they pick the number and then meet the guy that night. And then they do like dating games.
Interesting. So is it like the first come, first serve? So if the first woman driving by picks number 12, whatever, no one else can pick number 12?
Yep.
So and is it literally first come, first serve, or do women
who's more compatible?
So is this going to be airing like the first portion of this? Is this?
You'll hear
all
live on
the Rob Ryan
It'll be all on air.
Well, there you go. Check that out. 94.5 The Buzz.
Yeah, that'll be what you do on next
Tuesday morning. Get on it. All right. Let's talk some West Ham, but after this week's Joke of the Day.
The Joke of the Day.
So, Alex.
Yeah.
I had to change a light bulb the other day. All right. And so I was like putting the new light bulb in. And I thought I turned it enough, but it wouldn't work. And I was like trying to work like, I'm sure I put this in enough here. But then thankfully, a mystery novelist came in and gave it a surprise twist at the end.
The Joke of the Day.
That's not like that. Doesn't make sense. Like, why was a mystery novelist just hanging out in your house?
There's a bunch of them in this area.
What were they doing in there?
We're having a party. It's a book club.
It's a little bit of a stretch on that one.
Whatever. I was a handyman at a library, and he was doing research.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Anyway, West Ham. Woo! They didn't embarrass us, which is nice.
Almost did.
And
almost did.
Almost
tried
did.
in the beginning.
That was... What the fuck was that first 3 minutes of that game?
Well, shout out to me first off, because I said on this podcast, Callum Wilson's going to score against us. I bet Callum Wilson anytime goal scorer, and within 30 seconds, I was like, I just cashed that bet. Okay. And then they took it away because the ball was obviously offside, and then or it was obviously out of bounds. And I don't know how they didn't see that when that happened, but like just bad vibes. But then you're like, you know what? We just caught a break. Whew. All right, just reset, and we're going to be fine. And then right away, right off of that, they got a goal. So yeah, outside the first 3 minutes, we like kind of hung in there. I think we were the better team. I mean, Fabianski made some pretty solid saves when it mattered. We've shit on him, so credit to where he deserves it. Just our offense, we just can't generate enough offense, man. That's our problem. We can't score goals, and we had opportunities. I felt like that we should have scored goals that we did not. And Antonio looked a little bit better, but not really. Not really. I just I don't know. It was frustrating to watch at times, but I felt like we were the better team that day.
Do you know what I did love though about this game? This is the first time the curse of the stat worked in our favor for the first time I can ever remember. Because just as Declan Rice was about to take the corner, they flashed up a little box that says West Ham are the only Premier League team not to score from a corner this year. And then 10 seconds later, we score from a corner. I was mind blown. That shit normally works the other way. Normally you get this team has never scored away, whatever. And then, they're playing us next.
They scored us, yeah. Yeah, that... I don't know. Paqueta though was like Paqueta could have had 3 goals in that game. That guy was just a fucking man on a mission, and like he was giving 100% that entire game. I love Paqueta, dude. When he goes out there, like he's a baller. He deserved that one. He probably also should have got another one, but there was some good defense by Newcastle's side. I just really like watching that guy play. He's a lot of fun. He's like, I guess Rice is the most fun, but like he's probably gone, so I need to just get over that. And Paqueta will be my
hitch ourselves to a new wagon.
Yeah,
Paqueta's our boy.
Paqueta. That's a fun name to say. I'm gonna do that.
And
He's our new
in
Craig Dawson
true
scoring on
West Ham
corners.
style, he tried to be all fancy and Brazilian and do some flips to celebrate, and he almost fell over. Looked like an idiot. Luckily, he didn't fall over.
He
saved
didn't.
it.
He was fine. He nailed it.
It
Nailed
was a
it.
bit of a wobble. You know, judges would have taken some points off that, but whatever. He nailed it. He got it.
But yeah, now we're where are we in we're 16. We're 16th place now.
Oh,
whew. Just outside of relegation.
I think a nosebleed being this high. But only by what was it? Leeds have got 18 points. They're one below us. And they've got a game in hand. They just fired their manager. So obviously that means they're going to win their next game. That's just how that works. But how we like
Chelsea, so we're not.
Yeah, we're not worried about it. I mean, although Chelsea,
what's Chelsea up to? They're kind of what are they?
They're mid-table. They're a mid-table team. Them and Liverpool,
garbage ass team,
in the bed this year.
Yeah, we got a shot. That's 7 losses. Maybe we hang in there and get a draw. If we can like salvage a draw on some of these big teams and just beat the teams we got to beat, I think we're golden, bro.
Fuck around, and find out. But yeah, that whole Leeds situation was very weird. You get this American head coach, and you let him sign an American, and then you fire him 2 days later.
Several Americans.
Well, he just signed Weston McKennie, and then they just straight away fired. Like that was very odd. Because surely
American in.
Maybe. But surely they had an idea that they were going to probably fire him pretty soon. Why would you let him spend money?
Because McKenna's good.
Oh, I know, but it just seems like very odd. Like, because you're gonna ruffle, rock the boat, I guess. Because obviously, I'm assuming one of the big selling points to Leeds for McKennie was the American head coach. I'm assuming,
and the branding in the country, probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and the Premier League's also nice to get that Premier League money, but still,
yeah.
Man City. Ooh, what about Man City, eh? Oh, hate to see
laws, that. Dude. I hate to see it. You gotta follow rules. There's rules in the sport, you know. And if Man City can't follow it, I think they should be banned from the league. And then we should take whatever place there. And so third, second would
be hilarious. It's not going to happen because I'm sure whatever's it's going to be like there's going to get a crappy like fine or something, a slap on the wrist, because that's just always what happens in this kind of thing. But it would be hilarious because normally, let's just say a team like when I think it was Juventus, it happened to Juventus, and they got sent to like the bottom league and they had to work their way back up again, and things like that. And Rangers in Scotland, that happened to them. Like normally, these teams suddenly they have way less income, so they have to start selling their big players because they can't afford them, and they have to start do the rebuild. However, obviously, Man City, their owners have got plenty of money.
They're sheiks.
They'll
just buy more.
So how funny would it be if they got to keep they managed to keep all their players, and you got like Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne playing in League 2, like just winning every game 20-0.
Just never losing a game all season.
It would be hilarious to watch.
They still win the Carabao. Can you win Carabao Cup in League 2
and the FA Cup?
Yeah, they win they just win League 2, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup, and just destroy everybody. They win the Champions League this year or some shit. I guess they can't qualify. If they qualified, they'd get banned. But like that would be hilarious if like they just like won everything else. And it's like, well, like this is what their Super Bowl is, because the League 2, like they'd win the league by like 75 points. It'd be like by like this time, like by like Christmas, the league's like wrapped up, and like Thanksgiving maybe they're just like, well, no one's ever gonna touch them. So
I want to see them like in playing Harrogate Town versus Man City. Oh, be fun. Be fun to watch. So even it'd be nice to get them out of the Premier League. Give us
players wouldn't want to do that though, would
chance.
they?
I don't know.
If it's like we're gonna just smash the shit out of everybody, dude. Like you're guaranteed to win a league. Like you're probably gonna win the other shit. We can just go all in on Carabao. Like they can rest the starters in the League 2 games and then just balls to wall fuck up Derby County with Erling Haaland in like the second round of the Carabao Cup.
I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, the only thing I could argue is that you could say that they'd want to leave because they want to be playing in a big league for their international team chances. But
you win the FA Cup, you're already into the Champions League, right?
Europa League.
Okay, so they're in Europe after 1 year in the lowest league, as low as.
And then they can win the Europa League,
and then go to the Champions League their second year, while they're in the Championship, right? Or League 1, then League 2, then Champion. So they could theoretically be in the Champions League forever the whole time at that point, which would be hilarious. So I kind of want that. And it's like, well, they're just an outside team.
We'll see. They said it would be up. It would probably be a few months before we even find out. But I'm still.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like Man City. It'll be a statement like Man City has accepted that they were naughty and they won't do it again. And that's it.
Because it'll topple certain clubs, but they know that Man City is just gonna buy it right back, so it doesn't matter to them. Unless they force them to sell the team, but they would just sell it probably to another sheik.
I'm pretty sure, but let me apply to sell. Oh, I think it does. Oh, that made it. Because for some reason I wasn't sure if the financial fair play was a thing in the lower leagues, because then in theory that could just make it worse. We have to spend all of our money now, so by the time we get back to the Premier League, we're good.
Yeah,
who knows? But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, I guess, and we'll come back to that in a couple of months when we'll just say, "See, we were right."
Remember, nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Back to West Ham. One thing I did want to bring up: David Moyes doing a David Moyes special, as always. It just blew my mind when it's time to make a change around the 70th minute. Who should I take off? And David Moyes looks at his notes. Right, who's the guy that scored the goal? Who's the best player on the pitch for us? We need another goal. Let's take off the goal scorer.
Yeah, it's.
I like the guy. He's brought more success to this club than we've seen in many, many years. But his decisions, game management, just blow my mind so many times. I just don't get it. I just really don't get it. And of course, Ben Rama didn't play the full 90 minutes. Why would he?
Right. I mean, he's got his things. We just know that going in there. Minus putting a striker out there, it's about as predictable as you can see. We got some lucky breaks. I feel like our guys are kind of finding a rhythm, but I don't think Moyes is going anywhere. I feel like we thought he was going to get fired. He's not going to get fired. It's going to be relegation. He gets fired. But I think it'll be. Let him invest too much. It's kind of like what you said about Marsh, where they let you put so much of your pieces into this team. You built this team. If you just get that, that's a complete rebuild that West Ham is going to have to do, and you can't just really do a complete rebuild. With you can't just get rid of all these guys now, especially with the window just closing and shit. This is who we got,
Yeah, unless we suddenly go on some really bad, I can't see us getting rid of David Moyes until at least the end of the season. Then who knows what happened by then? Maybe he'll turn it around.
No, probably we would bring back Pellegrini. That's what West Ham likes to do, right? Just bring back old guys.
Or maybe we can get Pep Guardiola when he leaves Man City when they get relegated. They won't get relegated.
That'd be sick, though.
I wouldn't mind that. I'll take him.
Yeah, he wins.
But I wonder what he'd be like when he doesn't have 700 billion pounds to spend.
He would probably just demand it.
Like some Jedi mind tricks. Like
Well, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to like
David Sullivan,
go.
I'll just say David Gold, rest in peace.
He would just go where they're gonna let him do that. So he'd go to Newcastle probably, which would be bad.
They need Coach Lasso. I mean, he would get the players to believe.
He definitely would.
But then, who would be the evil? Because in Ted Lasso, we're West Ham are the bad guys.
We'll just embrace the villain role.
Embrace it.
Sometimes you gotta do it.
Just all the players dyeing their hair black, slicking it back, toothpicking them out, leather jackets. Oh, look at them! They're the bad guys. They're the bad boys.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
I bet the Premier League wouldn't allow that. You can't play in leather jackets. Why not? Stop being so square.
We have Betway leather jackets.
And we like come onto the pitch for the warm up on their motorbikes. Yeah,
that'd be sick. Just doing donuts, tearing up the pitch,
and then everyone be like, "Oh, look at West! Oh, they're so bad boys, such bad boys." This Saturday, nice and early, 7:30. Fuck that, 6:30 your time, 7:30 my time.
Yeah,
we have to watch it.
That might be one I watch in bed.
Yes. Or just DVR it and watch it if we win. And if we lose, just watch the highlights just so I can pretend I watched it.
That works too.
I fucking hate even if I think we're going to win, I've said I don't like waking up that early to watch West Ham because it just stresses me out. And I don't want to be stressed out that early in the day.
That's our Saturday, Then I got to get up early. We other day of the week, so fuck, burn a Saturday getting up early. Can't stay up late Friday. Then I'm just gonna stay up late Friday.
Or could you, just stay up late Friday, watch the game, then go to bed? So it's technically a nighttime game for you.
No.
I imagine that'd be pretty much a stretch for you to stay out that late.
Yeah, that'd be a lot. Probably just keep it on while I'm in bed.
What else can we talk about? I feel compared to last week, we've actually stayed on topic quite a lot. I'm proud of us.
Yeah. I feel like that's about it, dude. What you got going on Waffle Box tomorrow?
Waffle Box, new episode Waffle Box, AE. Let me get the number right. Episode 84, catching up with you. We're talking about when turkeys attack. Apparently, some turkeys in this country have had enough of Americans eating them for Thanksgiving. And there's a story of a fantastic turkey that's attacking the local people, which is hilarious to me. And then we'll be talking about, obviously, a done world record. Kush will be reviewing Knock at the Cabin, new M. Night Shyamalan, starring I Walk Alone, dun, dun, Dave Bautista, baby.
West Ham fan.
West Ham fan. He rode a motorbike on top of the Bowling Ground.
Pretty sick.
An action movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then we've got obviously the feel good story and all that good stuff. So check that out. Enjoy wafflebox.com at waffleboxpod. New episode coming out in about 6 hours. So enjoy that. Or if you're listening to this on demand, it's probably out now.
It's out now.
So check
it
out. Just listen to it now. What about Past the Gravy, episode 499?
Episode 49 tomorrow. We are going to be talking about balloons. Balloons are very big this week. Also, Satan making a comeback and angering some people that don't watch the Grammys. Then we're going to talk about Kyrie Irving and his drama. and how, he actually deserves Dallas. So we'll get into that, and then we're going to answer some questions, tell you guys what's not cool from the week, and get you guys prepared for our 500th episode that you can come check us out if you're in the Houston area, or if you're not in the Houston area, just come on down, get a plane ticket, drive, hop in the car. We are going to be doing a live 500th episode Saturday at noon. We'll probably go on around 1, but everything starts at noon. We're going to go on at 1, and that'll be at Kobo's Q here in downtown Houston. So it's 2012 Rusk Street in East downtown Houston. Just go follow us on Twitter at PassGrayPod, on Instagram at PassGrayPod, and TikTok. You can get all the info there, and then on our Facebook page as well. But yeah, come check us out and hang out with us. We're celebrating 500. Yeah, Mike, are you coming?
I'm not.
Why, dude? Do you want to support? It's not that far. If you left now, you can make it. Start driving.
Hobos in Houston. Is it so? It's 2012 Rusk Street.
Yep. Right by May Park.
To drive, it would take 24 hours.
So doable.
I could stop.
So
stop
doable.
along the way.
Yeah. Break it up. See some sights. Yeah, Alex, you FaceTime Mike the whole time, so it'll be like he's there.
Yeah. That's your job, Alex.
And we'll yell at him if he hangs up. You're just going to get random FaceTime, and I'll be like, I gave Alex your number, so you have to watch now. You're like, but I'm in the middle of something. It's a Saturday. And I'm like, I don't care, Mike. Here you go.
I'm on the toilet. That'd be fun. I mean, you're talking about the Devils. I don't want to, obviously listen to Pass the Gravy, but you're talking about a certain musician that played dress up at that show. And
then people got mad about it.
Oh, did people get mad about it? Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, they were mad. This is what your kids are being subjected to, and it's like, just relax, dude. Lil Nas X did this 2 years ago.
I was going to say, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better then, because I saw some of the different reaction, and I got a little bit like because Lil Nas X did it, and everyone was like, "This is disgraceful, this devil worshipper," and then Sam Smith does it, and it's like, "Look at this powerful performance, so brave." I was like, what
he
the
didn't
fuck?
even have cool shoes that he put out from it, so
there was no blood in his shoes or anything.
No blood shoes. Fraud.
But yeah, anyway, check it out. But I managed to watch like 5 minutes of the Grammys live, and as soon as the first person won an award and just started, I want to thank this person that I met. I was like, oh my, just fuck off, just take the award, fuck off. There you go.
Yeah,
I can't do it. That's why. Do you watch the Oscars?
No, I did not watch the Oscars. Did you watch it?
I know. I watched was it the one before the Will Smith one, the 2021, where it was still kind of pandemic-y, and it was like inside a train station, and it was just literally, but it was just because I guess they didn't want to fuck around, and because everyone's still might be getting sick, so it's just literally, the nominees for this are these films, and this film won, and someone come up and go, thank you, and then next award, it was just boom, boom. It's like, oh, this is great. This is what it should be. This is great. But then it went back to last year, and they tried to spice it up by getting someone to slap someone, and whatever. Look it up, Google it. It happened.
I'll Google it.
Anyway,
yeah.
Check those out at Only Mike Fish. That's me. He's at Alex J Middleton. Make sure you follow Waffle Box Pod and Pass the Gravy Pod. Go get some t-shirts at merch.cbbpod.com as well. If you want to support the show, appreciate it, love you, and all that good stuff, but in a non-sexual way. Until next week, don't forget, as always,
seahorses forever.
See you next Tuesday.
Hey, let's go to Peyton. He's going to break down that touchdown.
Can't hear shit.
Never mind.